Hello everyone, I'm MVL and welcome to my video game pickups for June 2021. As per usual, gameplay footage is included for every game on this list, but first up, let's take a look at some of the controllers that were used for said gameplay footage. First up, I have picked up an old school digital controller for the Nintendo GameCube. This is designed to be used with the Game Boy player on the GameCube, and all of the Game Boy footage in this video will be used with this controller. And I have to say, it's a great controller. It is a clone of the Hori gamepad. It is exactly the measurements of that, and it feels really good in your hands. As you can see there, it has a good grip to it. All of the buttons feel pretty good. The D-pad is a little bit stiff, but then I've never used a Hori gamepad, so I wouldn't know. Those things are outrageously expensive. This was a little bit dear to get for myself over here in the UK, including postage. It was about double what you'd normally pay for it. But I have to say, it's a great controller. It's a lot better than using the D-pad on the GameCube controller for the Game Boy player. So I'm very happy about this, and all of the gameplay footage for Game Boy games you will see in this video will be played with this and Nintendo GameCube Game Boy player. Another controller I have picked up is the 4Gamers Light Gun Zapper for the original Xbox third-party controller. There were not a lot of Zapper games on the original Xbox, and yes, I do have a CRT TV that I will be capturing footage for this video, for a game in this video, so look forward to that. And this is very interesting because there weren't a lot of games that used this kind of control on the original Xbox, and you get the sense that 4Gamers didn't really know what you'd need. So it has all of the buttons on it. It has a D-pad on the back, has the A button on this side, and it has a Y and the X button on this side. It has the B button on this side, and the start and back. I don't even know what buttons it has. It has a B button here, and then it has the trigger button, of course, as well. Yes, very interesting controller, and it also has a normal and auto fire function here as well, and it connects through the regular controller port. It's crazy. There weren't a lot of games that did use this control, as I mentioned, but it is certainly cool to pick it up. And I do love my Zapper games, so I had to have one of these in my collection, and I needed to play the Zapper games. So, without further ado, speaking of games, let's move on to the games. First of all, we have Forgotten Worlds for the Master System. This is a shoot-'em-up game. Ruins, destruction, wastelands. That's all there is to see. The fiendish aliens have infested your planet. As a warrior, you swear to win back the Dust Planet for its rightful owners, the human beings. Get ready to face brutal alien fiends and risk your life in battle. Your only goal is to stay alive long enough to destroy your most powerful enemy, the War Tyrant. That's Forgotten Worlds on the Master System. And next up we have Sagaia for the Master System. This is a shoot-'em-up game, and is also known as Darius II. Darius, a planet much like Earth, was all but destroyed some time ago by an unknown enemy, but two young pilots managed to escape. Following a distress signal from what remains of their home planet, they're headed back into the fire. That's Sagaia on the Master System. Next up we have Ghostbusters II for the Game Boy. This is an action game featuring 16 levels packed with hundreds of enemies, and you can also battle a gigantic ghost boss on every level as well. The game also claims to have the best graphics ever on Game Boy, and boasts the ability to hear the hottest busting tunes from the movies as well. That's Ghostbusters 2 on the Game Boy. Next up we have Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure for the Game Boy Advance. This is a beat-'em-up platformer. Join Goku in his very first epic adventure as he defends the Earth from the relentless Red Ribbon Army. Start down his path to power and help turn an ordinary boy into the ultimate champion. This game features a variety of gameplay, including side-scrolling, beat-'em-up, one-on-one fighting, and flying action. And the game includes 18 exciting levels in story mode accessible from an overhead map. So uncover the origins of Goku's power and face the ultimate challenge in the World Tournament in Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure on the Game Boy Advance. And next up we have Dragon Ball Z: The Legacy of Goku on the Game Boy Advance. This is an adventure game, and although this cartridge is French, the game can be played in English. Dragon Ball Z: The Legacy of Goku will take you on an incredible journey to protect the universe from the evil Frieza once and for all. You'll use combat strategies to help fulfill the legacy of Goku, the greatest warrior the universe has ever known. Goku's son Gohan has been taken, and this threatens the safety of the universe. The future now depends on your ability to use your powers to help Goku defeat his enemies. Get ready to power up in Dragon Ball Z: The Legacy of Goku on the Game Boy Advance. And next up we have Kirby: Nightmare in Dreamland on the Game Boy Advance. This is a platformer. Everyone in Dreamland has lost the ability to dream. King DDD has stolen the Star Rod, the source for power for the Fountain of Dreams, and given its pieces to his underlings. To recover the Star Rod, Kirby will have to inhale his enemies and copy their abilities if he hopes to bring good dreams back to Dreamland. This game also lets you link up with your friends for single-pack minigames or multi-pack adventure. Be a hero with a taste for adventure in Kirby: Nightmare in Dreamland on the Game Boy Advance. Next up we have Assault on the PlayStation 1. This is a shoot-'em-up game, and is also known as Assault Retribution overseas. Traveling through 7 mind-blowing levels, your mission will take you far from home, as you journey to remote outposts of humanity and into hellish, uncharted alien worlds. We wouldn't deploy you to the epicenter of an alien-infested city without a massive arsenal from which to choose, including multi-phase pulse rifles, devastating shock weapons, magnetic bolt accelerators, and many more, and each weapon is designed for maximum destruction. And if you think you're ready, play in the 2-player cooperative mode, where you'll encounter extra mutants, alternative routes, and increasingly challenging obstacles around every corner. Whether you choose a solo mission or decide to work with an ally, be prepared for some fast-paced, non-stop, heart-pounding action. These creatures must be wiped out by you before they reach any other cities, and there's no alien life forms to be left alive. Remember, mercy is not an option in Assault on the PlayStation 1. And next up we have Guilty Gear on the PlayStation 1. This is a fighting game, and claims to be the most technically advanced PlayStation console game of all time. It uses a unique compression engine which allows for an unprecedented number of frames per character. The game includes 10 playable characters plus hidden bosses, and says it's the final stage in evolution of 2D fighting, featuring unique new gameplay systems including the fearsome instant win ability. The game also boasts insane anime-style character design and an ultra-hardcore metal soundtrack. It's reinventing the second dimension of combat in Guilty Gear on the PlayStation 1. And next up we have Terracon on the PlayStation 1. This is an action-adventure game, which was released exclusively in Europe and South Africa. The evil Terracon is mercilessly wiping out the galaxy, planet by planet. As Zed, the toughest little alien ever hatched, you have to face the Terracon terror in the greatest adventure in the galaxy. This game features over 35 levels of action, exploration, and puzzle solving, and lets you fly an interplanetary dropship, cruise alien waters, and seize control of Terracon gun emplacements. Take on the might of the Terracon's many different forces, and see the world through an alien's eyes in Terracon on the PlayStation 1. And finally we have Silent Scope Complete on the original Xbox. This is a collection of on-rail shooters. It includes Silent Scope 1, 2, 3, and EX, as well as other additional content. But before I say anything else about this game, I'd like to explain how bad the Zapper support is. Normally, a game will identify where your Zapper is pointing when you fire by flashing the screen white. But this game doesn't do that. It instead tracks your aim continuously by turning up the brightness of your TV. Fortunately, the capture footage you are seeing is unaffected by this, but let me just say, this is not good at all on my actual TV. The entire smash hit arcade series comes to Xbox in this complete package, now with light gun support. Get behind the scope and take up the fight as the world's greatest sharpshooter. This features 4 complete games bundled in one, all 3 arcade hits and the console original, as well as over 50 levels with multiple endings and routes. It says light gun support brings all the arcade action to your home, and you can feel the thrill and intensity of a real sharpshooter, possibly with sun in your eyes. It's the Silent Scope Complete experience in Silent Scope Complete on the original Xbox. And that's it. Those are all of my video game pickups for June 2021. If you like the video, please leave a like or a comment to let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. And if you'd like to, you can also support me through Patreon or YouTube channel membership. Thank you for watching. I've been MVL, and I will catch you next time.